Yeah, so I think most people know at this point that Scope3 is a media decarbonization company, really founded to help measure, very much focused on reduction of carbon emissions in kind of the digital ecosystem. We've spent a lot of time, I was saying on a panel earlier today, felt like last year Cannes was all about the what, right? Like the problem that exists and kind of really educating people. And I'm really excited because this year feels more about the how. How do you affect change? And we've spent a lot of time at Scope3 over the course of the last several months, proving out kind of the fact that carbon and quality correlate. Carbon and quality media, meaning kind of low carbon correlates with high quality media across a bunch of different metrics, and high carbon kind of correlates with waste. The ANA just launched a study earlier this week that was very much saying the same thing. There's a ton of MFA out there. We've done a lot of work around showing that MFA correlates very highly to carbon. So I think the industry just as a whole is very focused on waste and starting to realize that you actually can lower your emissions and still have positive performance in your campaign. So that's really exciting to me.
So I wonder, a year ago, you probably were greeted with people that were skeptical this was going to cost them more, and you're actually making a really good business case.
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly right. It was like, okay, so there's this big issue, and we kind of showed the issue and have really proved out our methodology for measurement last year. And this year it's been about really putting people's money where their mouth is and testing. And we did that in a bunch of different ways, whether it's one-on-one with a brand, through our amazing agency partners, or through some of the big trade associations. So we just did a pretty big study with the WFA, and a bunch of brands kind of came into that and said, all right, let's do this. Let's test across multiple markets across the globe. And it was amazing. All of them found that there was either no effect on the results of the campaign, and in many cases a positive effect. And they all had different KPIs. So, attention, eCPM, video completion, click-through, sales. They all had different ones, and either minimal, effect to the campaign or positive, which is amazing. And then our partners are also doing testing with our data to kind of showcase that. And I heard it a lot today on the panel. So I think that is lowering the barrier to entry for people across the media ecosystem to say, okay, I do care about the planet, but I also, my boss expects me to hit this goal. I'm the CMO of a company. I have to, provide value, drive revenue. So yeah, it's an amazing thing to see.
So on that note, where do you gain the most traction, and maybe where are you hitting some of the initial obstacles?
Yeah, that question came up a little bit upstairs. So I think there's always an inception point of somebody that cares about sustainability that says we should talk to Scope3. And I've been really surprised in a great way about this, that either it's somebody at the agency or it's someone at the brand. I kind of sit on the buy side, so that's my vantage point, that says I care about this. And then the beautiful thing is they kind of bring other folks on board to say, oh, this is the thing. Like, let's get on board with starting to measure this. And what quickly happens, like quicker than I think I expected, is someone cares. We show some proof points, we do some pilots, and it goes like this to the CMO, because it's great from a marketing perspective, and it goes to the chief sustainability officer. And I said this upstairs, but it's one of those things that really can permeate through the C-suite, because it touches on all of their objectives. It can touch on financial objectives, marketing objectives, certainly sustainability objectives, and all of that CEOs care about. So that part has been really interesting. I think from like a barrier perspective, and again, we're starting to kind of navigate through that, is people hear sustainability and they can't define it. They don't know what it means. Someone said it on one of the panels earlier, like grams of CO2e, what the hell is that? and helping people to conceptualize that is important, and then getting folks to really understand that there is a correlation between carbon and performance, so that they don't have to worry that all this planning that they did in their media campaign is going to kind of fall off a cliff because they decide to optimize towards carbon.
If we're back here this time next year in Canada, what will success or momentum look like from your perspective?
That's a great question. So what we continue to hear is, okay, great, we know what the issue is. We want to take steps. How do you make it easy for us? So I'll say what I expect of us and other players in the ecosystem, and that is creating tools that make it easy for clients and their agencies to reduce carbon emissions and measure carbon emissions. Easy buttons, right? It can't be this thing that sucks out manpower because everybody has too much on their plate. So that's kind of what I expect of us and partners. What I expect of the industry is, marketers are the ones that drive change. So if you care, get out of the kind of the echo chamber. I think I also said this upstairs, like, we're all here because we care about sustainability. Your job should be to make more people care about sustainability. And even if you have to say, you care about profit, but guess what the benefit of that is? Like finding the common languages and permeating the importance. And what I really hope to see is action. Because we have the tools, right? Progress over perfection, take steps, and I hope some of the world's biggest marketers come next year and say, okay, here's what we learned. It's a journey, right? It's not, this is what we know, it's this is what we tested, this is what we learned, and here's what we're doing next. That's what I hope to see.